Hello, hello. I was making my bed, changing the sheets yesterday, and this subject occurred to me. And like all of them, there are realizations of things that I employed during this journey that I want to share with you guys that worked really well for me. Well, the one that I'm thinking about today is when I was changing the sheets, I was reminiscent of the times that my bed signified something completely different than it does to me right now. Um, it used to be the place that I looked forward to on rough days or when I was really, really tired. A place where I could like rejuvenate, sleep off a bad day, um, things like that. But it came to represent during illness. It's more like a retreat, or sometimes it was me copping out of the day or a few hours, um, recovering from illness, which is good, and it can have its downside. But anyway, long story short, it just represents something different. I know that everything else that's going to be better in the future. But the one thing that I employed, and I started employing it several years ago when I had another catastrophic event that happened in my life, and this is the first time that I had encountered this issue. And the issue is that before my eyes even opened up in the morning, when I first woke up and became aware that I was awake and it was time to get up, is I would actually have a feeling of dread and the realization that what I went to sleep with that night was not a nightmare, that it was my life, and that whatever that was, that I was going to have to face it again that day, and it might be around for a little while. And anyway, at that point, I had started to employ something. um, every evening when I'd start to go to sleep at night, I would, when I was talking to God, which I did often, as I'm sure many of you are, because when you're right there at the gate, sometimes you have a lot of conversations. I've really kind of lived my whole life that way. Um, but I would ask him for what I called as a good wake up. And what I would ask him at that point is that tomorrow morning, when before I even wake up my eyes, wake up and open my eyes, could you, give me a good optimistic point of view or perspective of the day? And and I would wake up in the next day and I would wake up feeling good. I could talk, you can always talk yourself out of it, but I would just accept what he had given me. And I woke up, and the best way that I can describe it is like when you're a child and you remember how you used to wake up and you'd feel so rested, and kind of, especially on a day that you knew you were going to do something fun and exciting, I would wake up with that level of optimism. So, anyway, that's another little thing that I did. And as part of my partnership with my creator. But anyway, I wanted to pass that on today. And thanks so much for checking in. And that's my thought of the day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.